listening to DORiS Radio.
You're listening to DORiS Radio on WHCP.
You're listening to DORiS Radio on WHCP.
Welcome back, guys. You're listening to DORiS Radio on WHCP 101.5, and I'm back with Tashana Phillips. How we doing?
Good.
I want to go back in with, we have the CEO, owner of DeCarla Treats, based out of Salisbury, Maryland, out here spreading love and joy and positivity and making people feel good. Yeah. And I want to know about how, your work is making you feel good, and what are you doing to maintain that?
So, as I was saying in the previous segment, there was a shift. There was a mental shift that was happening and preparing me for entrepreneurship. Well, I'll say this. I thought it was preparing me for entrepreneurship, right? The freedom. So with that being said, I was talking to you guys earlier about my mental health, and I just was dealing with quite a bit from the transition of leaving the job, not knowing what I was getting myself into. For entrepreneurship, and as well as just trying to deal with some past trauma of the loss of my dad and a couple of other people. So to help me get to where I am now, it took me to do some deep soul searching. It took me to continue to go to therapy, regardless if it felt like it was working or not. And with my purpose meeting passion. That's on my business card, actually. So when you get the business card, DeCarla Treats, you'll notice this light purple card anywhere, right? So purpose meets passion. That's my little cool line. So with that being said, my passion is cooking, but my purpose is to serve people. So even in the midst of all of the breakdowns and just dealing with the mental health, I had to notice that I was still able to help the help the inmates during the time may have been one of the hardest times of their life. So I was able to listen to them, right? I was able to hear some of the things that they had going on that I possibly could have been able to help in the near future. So as time went by, before I left my job, I was praying like, Lord, I'm asking you to reveal my heart. What is it that's in my heart that you truly want me to do? Because I love serving people. That's my thing. I love teaching. I love all of those things, and to serve people. So I was like, ex-cons are a very underserved community. And with that being said, DeCarla Treats is going to be an umbrella for our reentry program.
Beautiful, man. Tell me about this.
So the reentry program, that is going to be, I really honestly can see it. Like, literally, I can see, like, the cherry blossoms coming down a white driveway lane. And I can see the buildings or whatever. And so, like, these people are just freshly getting out of prison. So it's going to be a big adjustment, right? You can't have people come straight out of prison, especially long-term. And so these are the type of people I desire to help long-term coming back into society. It's 24 hours. Someone has been telling them what to do all their life, right? Yeah. So because someone's been telling them what to do all their life, they need some type of structure as soon as they get out. Because giving them free time can possibly trigger them to go back. And that's not cool. So I'm not saying that there's not programs out here that handle those things, but around my area in Salisbury, it's one of those things that needs to be, it needs more attention. It needs more attention. It needs more structure. It needs more help. It needs more support from the community, because at the end of the day, you don't want these people knocking at your door because they don't have no other choice. And so that's my heart, So I desire to first start with DeCarla Treats brick and mortar, serving cupcakes and cakes and things like that, but hiring these people, hiring ex-cons and helping them be able to be able to sustain themselves financially. So a lot of people, you don't need money for everything, but you do need money to survive for the most part. And to me, all right, well, if I can offer them a job with a system that will kind of like pick out the good and the bad, or the people that are very like serious, I can work with something, right? Because I'm not only just looking forward to help these ex-cons, but help them in a manner where they can find out who they are, find their purpose. So another reason for me stepping out to do DeCarla's Treats is because I knew how I was treated in the past about specific things of working for other people. If we can engage them in becoming who they are, figuring out how they can serve other people and help, what better way to do that than to get paid and also help other people? So I just want to continue to keep that going. But like I said about the reentry program, that's going to take quite a bit. I can't do it on my own. So I'm going to need a board. I'm going to need people, doctors. But with this program, you can expect people to receive mental health help, financial help, being able to get their license, their birth certificates, and a multitude of things that they need so they can sustain themselves. So that's basically what this reentry program is going to do for not only just the people there, but the people in the community. It's going to help keep them at peace, knowing that there's someone out there who's trying to do something better with a multitude of people. Because at the end of the day, you think about it, the way people are getting locked up back and forth, it could be the stupidest thing.
It could be just cyclical.
Boom. But you know someone who has possibly been locked up. So some of my reasoning, majority of my reasoning for this reentry program is I have 3 views. I have the view of the community, which is basically stating that you do wrong, you're gonna have to like basically do whatever it may be, like to serve your time, whatever it may be. So you do wrong, you're gonna have to pay for those consequences. I used to tell the guys all the time, once this goes out of you, once you say what you say or do what you do, those consequences, you can't control those. So I see the community side. I see the correctional officer side of being able to work with these guys side by side, hearing them. And, you know, like I said, it's good and bad everywhere. But to see the good in majority of these people, that really kept the morale, you know, just being able to empower them and help them out. And then I also know the side of where you have family members who have been locked up, hearing how they're not getting the best food, hearing how they're not getting the best medical treatment, and a multitude of
neglected
things. Exactly. So there's three different sides that I'm able to experience that most people will never receive. So I know that that's a gift right there, right?
Yes.
So I'm a solutionist, just naturally a solutionist. So I think this is going to be one of the things that will help bridge that gap of sustainability. And like I said, it's love that fuels all of this, but we're going to need finances to get the ball rolling. Definitely going to need capital to get things going. Yeah.
Beautiful, man. You know, I as you were sitting here talking, I have a set of common questions because I love hearing how people's early upbringing has affected or prepared them for, you know, whatever they're doing currently in life. And I loved, you know, the vignettes about your grandparents and cooking and, you know, hanging out with your mom and your aunt and them. And we see how that has carried through in your work today with the cooking, but also just spreading the love and empowering people. But then I also enjoy seeing how the times that can be, you know, considered our low points or hard times for us are also preparing us for that, you know. And I think it's so essential as someone, you know, who has family behind bars and can see those different angles. I think it's important to have people in those positions who are able to see the human in someone and not just see a label of like an inmate or an ex-con, or you know what I mean. And it's like that, all of those struggles that were, you know, hard for you personally. I can only imagine the profound impact that had on those inmates, being able to have how that would come through in your interactions with them. And I find that that's what's all too often missing, is that the people in power lack that connection to the people that they are seeking to help. And you know, so I see, like, you know, just in hearing your story today, like all of these moments that have just been preparing you for what you're doing now, which is just so profound. Like, I can't even, the way you got that broken down with your 3 views and then the points and giving people structure. It's like that attention, the tending to of people. It's something that seems to stop at when you're a child, but it's like it has to carry through, and we have to just give it to people when they need it. And seeing that happen just makes me feel so good. And so not only just your personal success, but how you spreading it out and
Yeah.
giving it and pushing it forward is beautiful to see.
Thank you.
I guess if I got a question, I want to know what has been the biggest takeaway that comes to your mind from your time working in the correctional facility.
I watched myself change. It wasn't about, it was never about them. It was always about me.
Come on now.
Literally, like, I would tell my old, he's now warden, Colonel Holland, I would tell him, like, during this time, I found God, like, a real deep relationship with God. And I would tell him, like, I'm starting to work on my tongue. Starting to work on how I talk to people. Work on how I interact with people and stuff. Because I used to lay them inmates out because of what I seen. Because of what I seen.
Just reacting.
Boom, exactly. And so once I started to use my words intentionally and understand the power that I had or have for just like being a representative of God, it changed. Like, I told the guys the other day, I went from 70 some cuss words in like 3 days to like 20 something in no time because I was more aware. And so it was just one of those things that these are human beings, like you were saying earlier. And just because they're in a situation now, that doesn't define who they are to come or who they were before. People make mistakes.
Yeah.
And some people make them more than others, but at the same point in time, that doesn't make them any less human. So just to continue to spread that love throughout that whole entire time, my last couple of years there, my last 2 years there, it was, like I said, it was all about me. It was all about me asking God, what is it that you truly want me to do? And so now this is how, like I said, DeCarla Streets has its purpose. It has something that can last a lifetime beyond me, so I just look forward to what's to come.
Come on now. What's to come? What's to come is going to be great. It's going to be greater than what's been.
Yeah, for sure.
That's it. We before we go into our next track, do you have a favorite treat that you make?
I think my strawberry crunch cake has got to be the best.
Tell me about the strawberry crunch.
Okay, so the strawberry crunch cake is, you have your bottom layer of strawberry cake. You have homemade cheesecake in the middle. Oh my God. And then another top layer of the strawberry cake. Matter of fact, I forgot my cupcakes for you. I'm so sorry. I usually come bearing gifts.
I'm getting some. Don't worry. I'm going.
But yeah, so
rolling up into DeCarla's.
You have buttercream on the outside of your cake, and then you have your crumbles, your strawberry and vanilla crumbles, which represents the cake. I actually have some pictures. I will definitely leave you some pictures.
For the people.
Yeah, definitely.
Come on now.
So, but yeah, that's one of the. I've been selling that cake for over 5 years.
Awesome. What was there an inspiration or?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about this.
I had a couple people who had asked me about it. I was like, what is this? I was like, I don't know what this is. So started looking it up. I was like, oh, this is cool. So basically you just recreate. A lot of things can be recreated and you give your own spin to it, but then a lot of things are original, right?
Yeah, incorporating yourself into it.
Yeah. So, but this is one of the things that was definitely recreated, and so I definitely can't take any what's the word I'm looking for? Credit for that. I can't take any credit for originally making it. But yeah, but see now the cakes have mad love in them.
Yup.
You get what I'm saying?
It.
So
that's the sauce,
that's
man.
the secret sauce.
It ain't the same without the sauce.
Exactly. So that's the secret sauce. But yeah, strawberry crunch is one of the biggest cake set most popular items.
Beautiful, beautiful, man. Let's see. We got our next track is.
Hold on.
Maverick City music.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, tell me about Most Beautiful.
So in the morning times when I may not be feeling the best, Most Beautiful is the thing. This is a song that I can play because it just shows how it expresses how beautiful God is in its most purest form. Like as soon as you listen to it, your eyes are gonna like start cracking with tears because it's so beautiful. Like if you truly love and honor and reverence God, or even experienced Him in one time in your life, He's the most beautiful thing you will experience in life.
Come on, let's go into it, y'all. This is Maverick City music with Most Beautiful, and we'll be right back with more of Tashana Phillips. Keep it live.